Chaitanya Yoga. Today a practice towards Scorpion pose. So Scorpion pose is a back bend while balancing on our arms. So we're going to focus on lots of shoulder and upper body strengtheners. We're also going to focus on the stability of the not quite so stable joint, the shoulder. We're going to focus on core strength, opening through our chest and protecting our lower back while in a back bend. So they're kind of the main key areas of focus, the particular areas of focus of this practice today. However, because it's a vinyasa practice, there's going to be lots of movement. You're going to breathe with your movement. You're going to increase that mindful connection and awareness of your body. So we're going to start nice and simple, nice and easy, just with a few breaths to start to open through your chest and your upper body and start to connect with your internal being. So for now you can just close your eyes and you're in a nice comfortable seated position with your spine long. And without trying to change too much, just notice what happens with your natural breath. Try and feel where you breathe. Try and feel if there's any sticky points on the inhalation or exhalation. Or if it's one smooth, continuous flow of breath. Start to guide your breath into your upper body. So now actively use your accessory muscles to breathe into your upper body. So you try and lift your collarbones and spread your ribs. You try and spread the shoulder blades as you inhale. As you exhale, you feel how the chest and the upper body drops and your belly button gently comes in towards your spine. It's a cycle, it doesn't stop. Keep making space in your upper body. The breath is the one constant throughout any yoga practice. You can keep coming back to the breath to draw your attention back to your practice. To try and focus and put your attention within the four corners of your mat. Breathing in and out through the nose. So continue to move with your breath and slowly start to bring yourself into all fours. There's no rush, you can take your time. And now very simply, with your next exhalation, let your weight come back into child's pose. And as you inhale, let your weight come forward, come into a mini upward dog. Let your knees stay on the floor, open your heart. As you exhale, let the weight come back into child's pose. So we're gently warming up the hip joint a little bit. Inhale, come forward, open through the heart. Keep moving with your breath between these two poses. So throughout this practice, I'm going to move quite quickly. If at any point you wish to stay in a pose or you wish to practice a particular exercise for a little bit longer, pause the video. If you feel like at any point you're completely out of breath and you can't keep up, pause the video. Take child's pose. This is the beauty of practicing in this way, is that you can do it completely in your own time, completely at your own rhythm. You can take time to go and get a drink, to go and get blocks, to get blankets, to get straps, to do whatever you need to do. Even if it takes you 3 hours or 3 days, it doesn't matter. Enjoy it. Do it in a way that works for you. So the last time, exhale back to child's pose. And this time, inhale up to all fours and stop. As you exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the knees and push yourselves into downward dog. So the weight comes backwards, you feel that first stretch through the back of your legs and the back of your spine. Spread your fingers. Try and make your shoulders wide. You can bend your knees a little bit if needs be to get a nice sensation along your back. Now, slow motion, nice and careful. Start to gently walk your feet forwards. There's no rush. Take your time, little paces. Feel how your feet come in contact with the floor. And then when you've got your feet forwards between your hands, slowly start to unroll, stand tall. You can feel like a rag doll with the arms and the shoulders dangling until you're stood up. And then when you're up, inhale, reach the hands overhead. Interlink the fingers, open through the armpits and the front of the chest. Try and reach up, push your feet through the floor, keep connecting with your breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. So I mentioned very briefly while we were down on the floor that you might want some blocks today. So if you don't have blocks, maybe a lunch box, maybe some big books, anything that is going to be stable and give you that little bit of extra height for a few poses. And today it would be a good idea to have 2 blocks. So now, in your position of Tadasana or mountain pose, spread your fingers, draw your shoulders away from your ears, root your feet through the floor, engage through your belly, lift your belly button, lower your tailbone, feel strong. Feel like you're in your place and breathe. I have already given you my intention for this practice. I want you to form your intention for this practice. You choose how you want to feel, what you want to aim for throughout the duration of this flow. Remember, we try and keep everything mindful, slow, controlled. Although we move fast, we don't move in a rush. With your next inhalation, reach the hands forwards and up. As you exhale, forward at the hips like a hinge, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the right leg, halfway lift. And as you exhale, lower your right foot and knee. Inhale, reach the hands forwards and up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, left leg back into plank. Exhale, lower the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, downward dog. Inhale, left leg high in the sky, square hips. Exhale, left foot forwards, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the fingertips forwards and up. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot. Inhale, lift the back leg, halfway lift. Exhale, feet together, forward, fold. Inhale, unroll, stand tall. Exhale, hands heart center, forward, fold. Inhale, lift the left leg, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot and knee back to the mat. Inhale, reach forwards and up. Exhale, hands either side of the foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin. Strong back, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot forward, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach forwards and up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift the back leg, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hug the legs. Inhale, unroll, stand up. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. Inhale, unroll, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the opening across the front of your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, your shoulders down. Try to keep your back strong. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back. Inhale, reach the hands forwards and up. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, straighten the both legs. Exhale, lower, bending both knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Try and bend both knees at the same time so you go up and down in a straight line. Not forwards, not back. Up and down in a straight line. Last time, inhale, up straight legs. As you exhale, bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high in the sky. Exhale, left foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands forwards and up. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. Inhale again, roll open through the chest, try and increase the distance between the hands and the glutes. Feel it through your pectoral muscles. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift the back leg, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, directly hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees and lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Moving with your breath, as we did on the other side, you bend both knees at the same time, straighten both legs at the same time, so you go up and down in a straight line. Next exhalation, bend your front knee, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg high in the sky. Exhale, right foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the fingertips forwards and up. Exhale, hands behind the back, clasp the hands behind the glutes. And as you inhale, roll open, straighten the arms, squeeze the palms together. You should feel the stretch on the left side of your body, the left hip flexor. More importantly, through the front of the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands either side of the foot. Inhale, lift the back leg, halfway lift. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, start to stand up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both legs back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. A good steady plank, you try and feel your body is long. Try and push the floor away. So now the key to this next movement is that we try not to move our hips too much. Try and keep control with your core strength. So you can open your feet a tiny little bit wider than your hips will help. And now gently start to lower down to your elbows. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Keep moving with your breath. Try and keep your body as still and as steady as possible. So as I mentioned, you need strength in your shoulders and in your upper body for Scorpion. So these little drills, these little exercises will help to build that strength. The next time you get up to the top, pause. And now the other way. So start with the opposite hand. And you'll feel that you move in a slightly different way. Keep breathing. I want you to feel the energy in your shoulders. Feel that your shoulders get a little bit tired. The next time that you get up, pause. Exhale, downward dog. Push the floor away, keep rolling the shoulders out. Exhale, soften the knees, look forwards. Inhale, feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, hands heart center, forward fold. Hands to the floor, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And as you exhale, downward dog. Get a little bit of length, be open in your shoulders. With your next inhalation, come forwards into plank. As you exhale, we're going to lower down again, but this time we're going to stay down and we're going to lift our thumbs. So your little finger touches the floor and your thumbs come up. You might need to bring your tiptoes a little tiny bit forwards. Now what we're going to do, as you exhale, you're going to take your shoulders forwards to your thumbs. Inhale and lift. Exhale forwards. Lift. Forwards. Backwards. And forwards. Keep moving with your breath, going forwards and backwards. You need to keep your core engaged. Push the floor away, try not to collapse in your shoulders, be stable. Three more. As you exhale, lower the knees a little bit wider than your hips. Bring your big toes together. Let your weight come back into child's pose. And to relax the shoulders a little bit, bring your hands together in prayer behind your neck. Stretch through the underside of your arms, relaxing your shoulders a little bit. Exhale, place the hands back down on the mat. As you inhale, come up all fours. Exhale, downward dog. With your next exhalation, soften the knees and look forwards. Inhale, float the feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, open through the heart. And as you exhale, hands, heart, center. Inhale, chair. So I want you to have your feet more or less hip width, a nice flat back. So the key in the next movement is that you try and stay controlled. Remember, we're not in a rush. With your next exhalation, arms out to the side, left leg back, straighten the right leg like an aeroplane. Inhale, come back to chair. Exhale, other side, right leg back. Inhale, chair. Exhale, left leg back. Keep moving with your breath between these two positions. Try and feel the stability and the control in the standing leg. The lift and the power comes in the flying leg, trying to get the heel up. Moving with your breath, you feel in complete control. Shoulders start to burn a little bit. We're not in chair long enough for the legs to get too tired, but I want you to feel the stability and the control in the legs. The next time you come back to chair, pause. Long reach, strong arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, legs back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg high in the sky, square hips. As you exhale, place that right foot between the hands. Inhale, reach the hands up. And as you exhale, reach forwards, warrior three. Lift the back leg. Nice flat back. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlink your fingers. And as you inhale, roll open through the chest, lift the chest a little higher, lift the left leg a little higher. Stay breathing. Strong standing leg, trying to square the hips. Keep lifting the hands away from the glutes, rolling open through the front of the chest. As you exhale, place that left foot down on the floor behind you. Inhale, open through the heart. And as you exhale, forward, bring your shoulders on the inside of the right knee. Humble warrior. Squeeze your hands together, roll open through the front of your body. Your neck is long. Breathe. Stretching the underside of the right leg, opening through the heart. With your next inhalation, lift the hands, upper body and the back heel. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, right leg slides back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high in the sky, square hips. Exhale, left foot forwards between the hands. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, let the weight come forward, lift the back leg for warrior three. Next exhalation, hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. And as you inhale, roll open, lift the leg and the upper body a little bit higher. Make sure you keep breathing. You've got the fixed point on the floor where you're staring. As you exhale, gently place that right foot back down on the floor behind you. Inhale, roll open through the chest. And as you exhale, forward, forward. Body on the inside of the left leg, you open through the shoulders a little bit further. Back leg is strong. No tension in the neck. As you inhale, reach the hands, upper body and back heel up. And then as you exhale, hands on the floor, left leg steps back, chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. With your next exhalation, lower your knees. And now I want you to take a block. I want you to place the block, or whatever you have in hand, a book would work as well, on the floor. And I want you to hold the block in a way, or not hold the block, just squeeze the block. So you've got the block between your hands and the block is on the floor. So it just gives you something to push against. Now with your elbows on the floor, keep your toes tucked under and gently start to lift your knees. Straighten your legs for dolphin. So dolphin, I know it may look like my head is on the floor because of my long hair, but the head is off the floor. You're trying to push the floor away, you're strengthening through the shoulders, you're stretching the back of the legs. You're trying to think of a straight line in your spine, so you're rotating your pelvis forwards. Pushing the floor away with your forearms, your hands, your elbows. The neck is released. You're probably feeling the squeeze, the pressure naturally in the block. Generally our hand would have a tendency to slide in. The blocks helps to keep your arms parallel. With your next inhalation, lift the right leg. Keep the hips square, keep pushing away the floor. As you exhale, lower the right leg. Inhale, lift the left. High in the sky, the right heel might be on the floor, it might not. Work to try and keep the hips square, the stretch in the right leg, the strength in the left leg. Don't forget the arms and the shoulders. Exhale, lower the left foot. And as you inhale, push the floor away, lift the elbows. Back in downward dog. You can take the block away. And as you exhale, lower the knees. Let the weight go backwards once again into child's pose. Exhale, hands behind your feet, interlink your fingers. Inhale, reach the hands forwards, back into child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, cat, head down, strong. Try and lift your shoulder blades, push the floor away. Inhale, cow. Arch the spine, chest down. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come to a neutral spine position. And once again, I want you to get your blocks. This time I want you to have both of your blocks. So you can change the height of your blocks depending how your flexibility is, but I want you to be able to have your hands flat and your arms a little bit further forwards. Throughout this next exercise, try and keep your hips above your knees, and we try and arch in the chest. So you can look down or forwards, whatever feels good, and gently start to lower your chest. So remember, you're trying to keep your hips above your knees, above your hips above your knees. And you're using that extra little bit of height with the blocks to try and think about drawing your heart down towards the floor. No pain in the lower back, no pain in the neck. Remember, you can adjust the head and the neck. Do whatever feels good for your neck. Keep breathing. Trying to open through the upper chest, through the armpits. Breathe, stay engaged. As you inhale next time, slowly come back. Bring the hands back. Place your blocks out to one side. With your next exhalation, weight come backwards, lift your knees, downward dog. Inhale long. And as you exhale, soften the knees, look forwards. Inhale, feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hold in this forward fold. You can hold the back of your ankles, let your upper body close in the gap between your chest and your quadriceps. Your head goes towards your feet. There's a good chance that you're here, that's fine. Wherever you are, try and let the head and the neck be relaxed. Have a little soft bend in the knees if it feels better for your spine or hamstrings. Wherever you are, breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, let the weight come forward into plank. And as you exhale, gently lower, bending the elbows, chest down towards the floor. So you lay on your belly, straighten your legs. With your next inhalation, lift your feet and your knees off the floor, squeezing your glutes. And now bring your hands behind your back, interlink your fingers above your glutes. Draw your hands away from your glutes, your shoulders backwards, lift your upper body. Breathe. Work to open through the front of the chest. You've got to keep breathing. With your next exhalation, bend your knees, take hold of your ankles, and as you inhale, lift up. For now, try and lift the legs, try and lift the upper body, squeeze the knees together, opening through the front of the chest, squeezing the gap between the shoulder blades. As you exhale, lower the knees. Keep your body up now, push your feet into your hands. So you're trying to lower your quadriceps, but stay open through the front of the chest. Slightly different sensation. Strong hamstrings. As you exhale, lower. Next exhalation, lower your feet and hands under your shoulders. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come up to tiptoes. As you exhale, bend your knees and lower your chest at the same time. So your knees almost come to the floor and your chest almost touches your knees. Tuck your tailbone under, push your knees forwards, lift the heels further, feel that little sense of compression on opening in your lower back. Strong in the quads. Inhale, come back up to straighten the legs. And as you exhale, lower the heels. As you exhale, soften the knees. Inhale, feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, touch the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the right leg, halfway lift. As you exhale, place that right foot and knee back down on the mat. As you inhale, lift the left hand up towards the sky, open through the chest. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, left hand comes back, look for your right foot. So now stretch a little bit through your quadricep, but I want you to put as much emphasis in your quadricep as you are into opening through the front of your shoulders. Breathe. You're finding your twist, you're pushing the floor away with your right hand. As you exhale, gently lower the back foot and the left hand. As you inhale, lift that right leg, halfway lift. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, lift the left leg, halfway lift. Exhale, place that left foot and knee back down on the floor. Inhale, reach the right hand up, put a little bit of weight in your left arm. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, right hand comes back, look for your left foot. So this time you're going to stretch your left quadricep and you're going to increase the space between both of your shoulders. Make sure you're breathing. Feeling the stretch on that left arch of your body on the top of the left leg. Breathe. As you exhale, lower the left foot and the right hand. Inhale, lift the back leg, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, unroll, push the floor away with your feet. Exhale, hands, heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. With your next exhalation, soften the knees, look forwards. And as you inhale, float the knees between the hands. Sit yourselves down on your glutes. Roll open through your shoulders. So now we're going to come into camel. In camel, I want you to put lots of attention into opening through your chest and not collapsing in your back. That's one of the very important features of Scorpion, is that we're trying to open through our chest, not collapse in the back. So nice and slow. Start to come up. So you feel the weight above your knees, you're aligned, shoulders, hips and knees. You can either have the tops of your feet on the floor or tuck your toes under, whatever feels more comfortable for your legs and your back. And now nice and gentle. Take your right hand down towards your right ankle and your left hand down towards your left ankle. And then remember, hips forwards, open through the chest. You can look forwards, you can look up towards the ceiling, you can let your head reach backwards, do what feels good for your neck. Make sure you're breathing, you're strong through the back body to open the front body. Keep breathing. Keep opening. work to lift the sternum and push the hips forwards. And the next time that you exhale, gently come forward, release the hands. Inhale, hands up. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of your knees, come into cat. So head down, shoulder blades up. Try and let the head dangle. Turn on all those muscles that you just stretched in the front body. So now nice and gentle, sit yourselves back down on your heels. Take a moment. So now we're ready to try Scorpion. So we're going to go up to the wall to start with, and then if you feel comfortable, you can come away from the wall. So you'll notice that I've moved my mat a little bit closer to the wall, so you've now got a couple of seconds to do the same thing. And while you're doing that, I want you to get your blocks. So one of the important things that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're going to use the wall as our friend. When I say as our friend, what I mean is that we're not just going to throw ourselves into the wall. If we just throw ourselves into the wall, we never learn that control. We never learn where our stop point is. We just get so accustomed to using the wall that we then find it hard to separate away from the wall. So when you're using the wall, you're using it really as a guide, as an aid, not as something to completely support the position. Otherwise, you'll never progress. So, when we do use the wall, we don't want to be too close to the wall. If we're too close to the wall, it doesn't give us space to try and get into the position. So, we're going to use two blocks. We're going to use one block perpendicular to the wall, and that gives us a nice distance, a nice separation from the wall. It allows us to move a little bit. And then the same as we did earlier when we were in Dolphin, we had the block in between our hands in this way. And we're now going to do the same thing. So you're going to place that block aligned with the other block next on the mat. And now you're going to bring your hands down and you're going to squeeze that block the same way that we did earlier. So you try and keep your arms parallel so that your hands are separated the same width as your elbows. From here, you're going to lift your legs and we're going to come up and it's going to feel exactly like our dolphin did earlier. And you're going to feel comfortable here, you're going to spend a moment, you're going to have a breath. And you're going to remind yourself that the wall is there, but we're not going to try and throw ourselves into the wall. What we're going to do is we're going to gently lift up one leg and then some little hops, and maybe that you'll find you come up and you float for a second. Obviously, if you come and touch the wall, it's not a problem. That's what it's there for. What I want you to make sure that you're doing is not collapsing in your back. Bring the other leg up. So now we're kind of in a bit of a bent, a bit of a relaxed Pincha Mayurasana, touching the wall. Now gently you can start to bend your knees and touch the walls with your tops of your toenails. If you feel comfortable, you can push into the wall a little bit with your feet and look forwards. So remember, you're not trying to collapse in your back, you're trying to open through your chest. So strong shoulders. Push the floor away. Keep opening through your heart. And here, test your balance. See if your feet can come away from the wall just a tiny bit. Remember, it's there if you need it. No pain in the lower back, opening through the front of the chest. So you may be there for a while, you may come in, you may come out, you may want to pause the video and spend a little time coming in and out of that position. If you feel very comfortable and you want to come away from the wall, then obviously that's an option. You also don't need to have the blocks. The blocks are there. When you first start, generally you'll find that your hands start to come in towards the center. Completely normal, completely natural. But then over time you'll notice that when you start to get more open and stronger in your shoulders, that your hands don't come in so much and you don't need that block between your hands. So obviously if you're comfortable away from the wall, you can take away your block, you can come into your dolphin, and you can come up to your Pincha Mayurasana. Strong through your hands, remember opening through your chest. Strong back. Breathing. Stay in your scorpion for as long as you wish. And then when you're ready, when you're finished, you can gently come down. You can bring your mats away from the wall once again. And then gently bring yourselves down to child's pose. Bring your hands behind your back, behind your feet. Interlink your fingers, stretch your neck, spend a couple of breaths here. So this is like our intermediary counter pose. We're now going to take it a little bit further. So bring your hands under your shoulders and come up into all fours. As you exhale, place the top of your head between your hands, close to your knees. Tuck your toes under and hold your heels. Now holding your heels, lift your glutes. Really try and lift your glutes. You should feel the space between your shoulder blades. It feels like you're trying to pull your arms out of your sockets when you lift up your hips. 3, 2, and 1. Nice and gentle, nice and careful. Lower your hips. Hands come back on the floor. You can let your weight come backwards. Sit yourselves down. Get comfortable. And for the first time in this class, you can lay down on your back. So get comfortable, enjoy the sensation of laying down, straighten both of your legs, lift your hands over your head and make your body as long as it can possibly be. And with your next exhalation, bend your right leg and hug your right knee into your right shoulder. Release the right leg, and now we're going to do the left. So bend your left leg and hug that left knee into the left shoulder. Nice and soft, straighten the left leg. And now bend both of your knees. Try and keep your lower back on the floor. Hold the outside edges of your feet for happy baby. So you can gently rock left and right. Remember, there's no pressure, there's no rush. You can do it as slowly or as quickly as you like. You might not like the sensation of rocking left and right. In that case, just stay still. The next time you come back to the center, pause. And as you exhale, slowly lower your legs, and with the weight of your legs come up into a seated position. Cross your legs. Inhale, reach the right hand up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring that right hand at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift the left hand up. And as you exhale, left hand, right knee. And as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Spend a couple of breaths here in this relatively active, quite deep twist. With your next exhalation, come back towards the center. Uncross your legs and cross your legs in the opposite way. Doesn't matter how they were crossed, just I want them crossed now in the opposite way. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat behind you. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, right hand, left knee. Inhale, lift, straighten the spine as much as you can. And as you exhale, turn to look over the left shoulder and twist. Slowly come back towards the center. Regulate your breath, as we did at the beginning of the practice. Now, a few breaths in this seated meditative pose. Open through your chest. Every breath is deep, every breath is big. So you can spend as much time here as you wish. I would recommend stay here for another couple of minutes and then lay down in a relaxation pose and stay there for some time. Remember, it's never about the destination, it's always about the journey. Enjoy the practice for what it is. Try not to set yourself goals. Just enjoy the progress. Namaste.